Good morning everybody, good morning. So, I had a little flick through YouTube this morning and seen Billy Moore, Danny Christie, Big Scott Lee, you know, and Fatty Cake, all talking about my fight, you know, the fight that I had the other week. Now, what that fight did for me was get me used to the nerves, get me used to being out there again, you know, listening to the crowd, fucking getting punched again in a proper fight, you know, controlling the nervous energy, the excitement, the adrenaline, you know, managing to keep all that to bay. You know, now, fight week I struggled, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled with the nerves, I struggled with my excitement, my adrenaline, the fear, I struggled with it all. You know, it was quite overwhelming, especially on the night time. I couldn't sleep, I was going through the fight over and over again in my head, you know, to the point where it was keeping me awake. I was running on 2 or 3 hours sleep every night, you know. But what that fight's done for me now is it's prepared me mentally for this next one. I know this next one is bare knuckle, but there's no fear, there's no nerves, there's no adrenaline. It's all, I know we're a bit far out from the fight to start feeling nervous and stuff like that, but it's this camp feels different. You know, the first camp that I had concussion. You know, I was lethargic. I had loads of niggles, loads of pains. You know, I was struggling mentally to find my motivation to get in there. Now, don't get me wrong, I ended up fit. I ended up really fit, but the camp was hard. You know, I was feeling every bit of my age. You know, which is 38, not fucking 40, which is 38. You know, I was feeling pains and niggles that I hadn't felt for years. This time around, with the week off I had after the fight, you know, I'm back in the gym now. I've just done nearly 16 grueling rounds there this morning at Lion's Den. I'm feeling loose, I'm feeling sharp, I'm feeling energetic, and it's effortless as well. You know, the power, the speed, the time, and it's all effortless at this moment of time. The week off that I had has done me the world of good. It has done me the world of good. But going back to listening to a few of the people talking about and having their opinions on my fight, which, you know, I respect, I do respect. You know, the only one I don't respect is fucking Fatty Cake from down the road. You know, but the likes of Danny and Billy Moore and Big Scott Lee, I do respect their opinion. Now, I'm going to be honest, I disagree. I sort of agree with Danny's, but disagree with when he said I froze and I was a bit, you know, I felt a bit stiff if I'm being honest, but I didn't freeze. I just tucked up well. You know, I knew I could take every last bit of what he had to offer, which he was unloading on me. Maybe I should have fired off while he was firing. Maybe I should have stepped off the centre line, but I definitely didn't freeze. I felt comfortable getting it. I felt comfortable going backwards. I felt comfortable tucking up nicely and taking all the shots where I needed to take them. I didn't feel like, I didn't feel nervous. I didn't feel like I froze. I didn't feel like that. Again, Billy Moore's take on it on the fight, which I respect Billy Moore's opinion as well. Bits of it I agree with, but then he said I was a bit stiff, which I did feel a little bit stiff. I didn't feel as loose as I do now, but again, I think I didn't feel rusty. You know, I felt like I did what I needed to do, fighting someone who was 3 stone heavier than me, 3 or 4 stone heavier than me, fighting someone who was 6'7" and who was powerful. Yeah, listen, his technical ability wasn't that good, but they're the fighters that you need to watch, because listen, if he'd have come out and tried to box me, I'd have probably looked 10 times the better fighter, but he rushed me. Now, it's hard to look good against that style. When someone comes flying at you, swinging punches, what else can you do? You can't look good. You've got to tuck up, fire off, see the opening and take it for what it is. Now, Billy Moore's and Danny Christie's bit where they said I was a bit stiff and I was a bit, you know, I was a bit rusty and stuff like that. I can see the points, of course I can. I'm not saying I do respect their opinion, but I do disagree with slightly bits of it. Big Scott Lee's opinion, loved his opinion. You know, couldn't have said it any better, to be fair. I thought he was fair with his opinion. You know, he seen it for what it was. I did the job, I got it done. You know, he seen the guy rushing me. I had to do what I had to do, which was tuck up, not freeze, tuck up, take it on the chin, roll with what I had to roll with, and then wait for my opening, which I did. Take nothing away from Gareth. Gareth come and put me on the back foot and tried to push the pace, tried to push me back, tried to make me feel uncomfortable. Now, I never felt uncomfortable. I felt perfectly fine. Now maybe if it had caught me cleaner or hit me maybe a bit harder, then yeah, I would have felt uncomfortable. But I felt comfortable taking his power even though he hit hard, and I felt comfortable going backwards even though I'm not a backward fighter. So this fight, what this fight's done for me now going into this next camp, you know, it's prepared me mentally more than anything. You know, more than anything, because now I know what to expect, you know, especially around the nerves, around the fear, around the adrenaline, and around the excitement. You've got to remember, guys, it's been over 7 years since I felt that. You know, it's been over 7 years. You know, now I'm looking forward to it. You know, now I'm looking forward to performing on the biggest stage of my life. You know, I want to talk a little bit about why I think I'm headlining this as well. It's because, you know, you know, there's lads who are coming into the bare knuckle who've only got a bit of an amateur background, you know, or they've only got, you know, 7 or 8 white collar boxing fights or 12 MMA fights. I think what you're forgetting, regardless if I haven't fought in a long time, you know, I've had 32 professional K1 kickboxing fights. I've had 12 white collar boxing fights. Yeah, people can laugh and giggle about white collar boxing fights, but at the end of the day, I still fought 3 or 4 good opponents, tough, hard opponents. You know, Wes Smith, go Google Wes Smith, go watch him. Wes Smith, massive props to Wes Smith. He was a hard man, tough hard man, wiping everyone out. They called him the Viking Slayer. He was a beast. Now I dispatched of him in the first round, you know. So this is why I am headlining the BKFC, because I am a fucking athlete, I am a fighter, and I will not quit. Listen, there is no pressure whatsoever me going into the BKFC, because listen, let me tell you something right now. I will not say the words I can't see. I will not quit on my stool. You know, the referee or the judges or the doctors or whoever it is will have to pull me out of the fucking fight if I'm getting hurt too badly. You know, I will always put my hand, bite down on my gum shield, and I will fucking bang it out with anyone. I will not quit. I will always walk forward, and I will always put the pressure on you. Now, listen, I might get beat, I might get starched, but I need to be knocked out, because you will not stop me from coming forward, ever, regardless of what damage I'm taking, regardless of what shots I'm taking. I'm there to fight and to go out on my fucking shield, and that is why I am headlining the BKFC. And not only that, it's on my fucking doorstep. It's on my doorstep. Now, there might be a few people in the northeast that don't like me, but there's a lot of people that do. You know, I'm not hated in my own town as much as fucking that fat bastard from up there is. Now I bring numbers, I bring eyes, and people are going to watch me. Win, lose or draw, you are going to watch me. Simple as that. God bless, guys. Big love to each and every person that takes the time to support me on a daily, takes the time to subscribe. You know, I'm going to start putting a bit of training footage out for members only. You know, I do appreciate everyone that's become a member to my channel. I'm going to start doing members only lives. I'm going to start doing little footage of my pad work and my training work, you know, just for you members, you know, to see the progress. You know, I appreciate each and every person that supports this channel, you know, each and every person that takes the time to be positive in the comments, you know, and have my back. I see it all. I read all the comments all the time, and honestly, they are uplifting, they're inspiring, you know, and I do my best to draw motivation for each and every person that supports me. So thank you very much, guys. God bless.